Hey, by the way, like on that, like, David Alpert, who everybody knows, I've had him on, not everybody knows, but he's a popular guy. He's an author. We've had an author of like The Great Oversupply, I think his book's called, or something like that. He's a deflation guy. And he's been really right, when we have deflation, just like we have been. But right now, I get in this back and forth with him after the HPI number came out yesterday. I'm like, dude, he's like, inflation's not accelerating. I'm like, what? Like, my question was, David, are you long of commodities and real estate right now? And he just couldn't answer the question, because obviously the answer is rhetorical. No, because if you're long inflation, you obviously see the inflation in your accounts. But that home price inflation number not only is one of the most consequential numbers for professionals that accurately nowcast inflation and deflation, like we do. We go both ways. But for him to him and Rosenberg, they just dismiss the data. It's amazing to watch. It's not like Rosenberg and Alpert are like rookies. I mean, these guys are baby boomers that are, very popular and have pretty good reputations.
I think at a certain point it becomes sort of ridiculous. I mean, home prices, what is there to debate? Home prices are appreciating across the country at their fastest rate ever in recorded history. And as Rob has shown, rents are doing the same thing. So I'm not sure how you could even begin to make an argument that there isn't housing inflation. It's just,
they don't even make an argument. They just say there's no inflation. Categorically, that's the statement. It's like me saying there's no sun that rose in the east today, and actually saying it with a straight face and having a large community of people believe me.
One thing I've sort of noticed about life in the last 10, 15 years is that we're sort of on this, path toward, more and more people just basically saying ridiculous things. And I think having the filter to tune that stuff out is just becoming, more important and at the same time rarer. So yeah, I just don't have time for nonsense, frankly. That's ridiculous. And you've got inflation around the world, and this morning, particularly in Europe, is continuing to race to new highs.
Before you go on to that, just how that applies to stocks and being long Europe broadly, particularly the industrial side. Again, just put it in English. A company's revenues, all things equal, not including unit level demand, which is rising and accelerating, your pricing's up 10 to 20%, and you're paying your people definitely not up that. So that's quad 2. Growth and inflation accelerate at the same time, or the equivalent of that at the company level is pod 1 and 2, revenues and cash flows accelerate at the same time, because you're getting the most pricing you've ever had. And European companies are some of the best examples of that, because they're, generally speaking, just cyclical companies without any organic growth. And that's it. I mean, it's like you said, it's nonsense to debate otherwise. It's just narrative pablum.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.